Welcome back, Natasha. Yards. Turn left. Turn left. Yards. Turn left. Turn left. Yards, turn right. Turn right. Arrived at your destination.
Rami, nice ride.
I have to look good for my old compadres. And I thought, what looks better than beating a Horizon superstar into your hometown. First to the Basilica wins. Vámonos! Let's do this!
So, I've heard there's a bit of a street scene around here.
Maybe. Back then I was just a little kid learning to drive with my mommy and my tios. I couldn't even reach the pedals. But you know, they do say that the most fierce street racer in all of Mexico comes from Guanajuato.
Ah, do they really?
Pues sí, they say he's never lost a race. Who knows if he'll make an appearance at Horizon?
So does this feared street racer have a name?
Oh, many names. They call him El Jefe, El Perrón, El Guapo, El Valiente. You might meet him one day. But not if you can't even beat me into town. Coming up from Guanajuato. Wait till you see the city at night. Welcome to Guanajuato, home of La Familia Mirón, best city in Mexico. The name means Hill of Frogs.
Oh, that's not very street racy.
Then you've never seen a frog at top speed, superstar. Put a cafe there. Turn up, turn up.
Sorry, folks.
That's okay. The tunnels were built to keep the city from flooding, but they are perfect for El Jefe and the local street racers. Oh, and watch for traffic. These streets can get busy, but I've heard the racers find it adds to the challenge. And I mean, so I've heard. That's okay. The tunnels were built to keep the city from flooding, but they are perfect for El Jefe and the local street racers. Final stretch. The Basilica is just around the corner.
I wish El Jefe could see us now.
Oh, he can, my friend. Now get across the finish line. La Basílica Colegiata de Nuestra Señora de Guanajuato. Racers come here to ask Our Lady for her blessing. You know, I might be able to contact El Jefe. I hear he's pretty strict, but if he thinks you're good enough to join the street scene, then who knows?
Dude, I know it's you.
Está bueno, pues. Then you're in. Come on, let's go meet my compadres. Well, now my darkest secret is out, my friend. I have something else to show you. Follow me.
Where are we going now?
Out of the city, to our racers meetup.
Does your family know about El Jefe?
Are you kidding? My father would be furious, and my Uncle Carlos would challenge me to a race before every family meal.
Well, you can't keep street scene a secret anymore.
You're going to have to show these racers how it's done. They've never been part of a festival before.
I'm sure they'll learn fast.
Lesson número uno. Give the people what they want.
What do the people want?
Someone willing to bend the rules. Meet my compadres! When we started this meetup, we were just a few kids racing around in old cochos. Since then, the racers, the engines, the party have all grown a little bit. Sorry about all the mystery, by the way. It was nice to visit home as myself for a change.
It was fun. Thanks for showing me me your hometown, Remy.
My problema, my friend. Welcome to Horizon Street Scene.
Welcome to Horizon Street Scene. Fully approved and ready to go. Take a look.
I've set up street races all across Mexico. There's a lot of people who want to take you on. No pressure. Eso, mi toro loco! Your first tiro is ready! Come meet me and let's get you set up. Shh! Your secret identity is safe with me.
Racers are swarming into Horizon Street Scene, even though it's not very underground anymore. Whatever you do, don't tell them. It's important for their street cred.
In 400 yards, turn sharp right. Recalculating route. 100 yards, turn. In 200 yards, turn right. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, turn left. Arrived at your destination.
Eso! Now you look like a real warrior of the ring. Now, this is important. Don't ever tell anyone your real name. When you wear the mask, you are Toro Loco. And don't speak either. The bouts are narrative, and everything is ready to go. Get in your car!
El combate is about to begin! There is a challenger! This new blood is sponsored by El Campeón! Can this new combatant defend the legacy? Or will they tap out?
This is a qualifier where you can show off your skills. Hit some jumps, defy some death. You know, what you're best at.
Sounds easy enough.
Shh! No talking!
is sponsored by El Campeón. Can this new combatant defend the legacy, or will they tap out?
This is a qualifier where you can show off your skills. Hit some jumps, defy some dev. You know, what you're best at.
Sounds easy enough.
Shh, no talking.
Is about to begin! There is a challenger! This new blood is sponsored by El Campeón! Can this new combatant defend the legacy, or will they tap out?
This is a qualifier where you can show off your skills. Hit some jumps, defy some dev. You know, what you're best at.
Sounds easy enough.
Shh, no talking.
El combate is about to begin! There is a challenger! This new blood is sponsored by El Campeón! El combate is about to begin! There is a challenger! This new blood is sponsored by El Campeón! Can this new combatant defend the legacy, or will they tap out? El combate is about to begin! There is a challenger! This new blood is sponsored by El Campeón! Can this new... El combate is about to begin! There is a challenger! This new blood is sponsored by El Campeón! Can this new legacy, or will they tap out?
This is a qualifier where you can show off your skills. Hit some jumps, defy some death. You know, what you're best at.
Sounds easy enough.
Shh, no talking.
El combate is about to begin! There is a challenger! This new blood is sponsored by El Campeón! Can this new combatant defend their legacy? Or will they tap out?
This is a qualifier where you can show off your skills. Hit some jumps, defy some death. You know, what you're best at.
Sounds easy enough.
Shh, no talking.
What a performance! So much more to come from Toro Loco! With this round complete, Toro Loco will move on to a qualifying round on the road to the stadium!
heard Toro Loco has another bout coming up. Against an Autodor this time.
Definitely looking forward to that.
You have arrived at your destination.
What a brutal rudo that Toro Loco! Damas y caballeros, in the next bout, I present the worthy opponent for Toro Loco. The bell rings, the two autodores are in the ring. Technical strictly follow the rules. Rudos look for a faster way. Corners will lead a clumsy luchador alive. The Toro Loco is a real professional, a true technique. The bell rings, the two autodores are in the ring. Technical strictly follow the road. Rudos look for a faster way. These corners will lead a clumsy luchador alive. The field of combat is the Baja Circuit. Out with the professionals right today. Oh, this bridge is no match for these campeones del ring. I can't believe my eyes! Los luchadores are fleeing the ring! Sweet! This combatant is feeling salty! What a... This dirty fighter, Toro Loco, he's one cold-blooded rudo! The bell rings! The two autodores are in the ring! Technical strictly follow the road. Rudos look for a faster way. These corners will lead a clumsy luchador alive! but is Viva our circuit? How do the professionals ride today? Oh, this bridge is no match for these campeones del ring! I can't believe my eyes! Los luchadores are fleeing the ring! Sweet! This combatant is feeling salty! Magnifico! What a jump! Behold! These living desert caminos are a treasure! Oh, those palace wants to know these wrestlers! Floating on the finish, who will be tonight's winner? Triunfador! Campeón! Toro Loco is victorious! El gran final! What a match! But if you think that was huge, just wait!
Hey, Natasha. You're on the home stretch and about to make Hall of Fame history. Proud of you.
¡Ay, ay, 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 ay! ¡Híjole!
Calm down, Ramir. What's up?
El Forzudo has called you. I mean, sorry, has called Toro Loco out.
El Forzudo, the nemesis of El Campeón, right?
Sí. Híjole, it's going to be incredible.
I'll tell Toro Loco about it.
Yards. Turn left. Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn right. 400 yards, turn right. In 200 yards. In 400 yards, yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. You have arrived at your destination.
Damas y caballeros, it's time for the battle of the century. El Forzudo versus Toro Loco. No cage can hold them! Fanáticos de lucha, the match begins. It's a no-hold-barred race to the finish. Entran los automóviles. Here they come! No cage can hold them! Fanáticos de lucha, the match begins! It's a no-hold-barred race to the finish. Entran los automóviles, here they come. Toro Loco's fighting style is muy rudo, like El Forzudo. What a massive battle! The lucha is on! Oh, the combatants are leaving the arena! El Forzudo and El Campeón first met in a hard-fought tag team race. They were allies and defeated every challenger. In a final match, El Forzudo failed to tag El Campeón in time, and they lost the championship belt. El Campeón left the team. Oh, only a brave luchador would attempt a short... Got here! ¡Oh! ¡Una gran victoria por Toro Loco! El Forzudo taking on Toro Loco is a bold move. A challenge to the master. What is happening?
This match could not be more thrilling, but it is! Toro Loco must choose. Will it be El Forzudo or El Campeón? El Campeón is waiting for Toro Loco at the west entrance to the stadium!
In 100 yards, turn right. 400 yards, turn left. 100 left. You have arrived at your destination.
Toro Loco will take on El Forzudo and defend the master, El Campeón! It's begun! They've broken out of the cage! Ha! Ivan! Who will be victorious, Maestro or Student? Ah! The stadium is alive tonight! Oh-ho! Nice grip! Who will emerge from the tunnel? broken out of the cage! Ha! Ivan, who will be victorious? Maestro? Or Studek? Tan bonito, my Toro Loco! They take to the freeway! Ha! The cars! Oh, they are flying! The skills of Toro Loco are on full display, mi gente! almost hear the giant wheels of the monster ghost. The competitors are approaching the finish line. Toro Loco and El Campeón have bravely defeated all in the tradition of the greatest champions of the ring. Toro Loco and El Campeón are the pride and true embodiment of the technical tradition and deserve all the glory and honor.
You're listening to Radio Eterna. Music
Turn around
for the
when it's
ages.
safe to do so.
Increíble! The world of lucha is shocked! Toro Loco has turned rudo and is now on El Forzudo's side against El Campeón! I cannot believe my eyes! Begin! Smash the cage! Oh! Who will seize the victory by finishing the round first? Begin! Smash the cage! Oh! Who will seize the victory by finishing the round first? And the crowd cannot wait! The conflict moves to the freeway! Ha! El Forzudo refuses to acknowledge Toro Loco as his equal? Shocking development! And the audience leaves... Rudolph versus Rudolph match! Tabataia and Rudolph must have some magnificent shortcuts! Ha ha! Increíble shortcut! Oh, they won't disappoint the crowd! This will be an amazing show! Los conductores are halfway through the route. The Alcolores are 3/4 of the way through the course. You can almost hear the giant wheels of the monster ghost. Drivers are approaching the finish line. Traidor! The betrayer El Forzudo has been defeated. Toro Loco is a real fighter, an equal among El Forzudo and El Campeón.
Wow, last 2 adventures. Which will it be? I have a coin if that helps. Yes, Carmen is waiting. Tell her the shots of me are actually quite good.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 yards, turn right.
Hey, amiga. I found something. Drop by when you can.
Okay, I'll be right there.
You have arrived at your destination.
say 5's your lucky number, but I have a feeling you're not stopping there.
Natasha. Hey, amiga. I found something. Drop by when you can.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Final adventure run, so it shouldn't be a tough choice. What song to play at your Hall of Fame induction, on the other hand? Now, that's a tough one.
This is Hospital Records Radio. Playing all the bangers.
All across Mexico. What's happening, people? It's Degs and Chris back in your speakers. Just had a call from Alex Strachan, Chris. He wants us to keep an eye on one of the promising superstars in his dirt racing program. That's 5 wins and counting, man.
Mate, last time Alex asked me to keep an eye on one of his races, I ended up traipsing through a wet field at Ambleside with mud in the wellies. Just so you know.
Okay, well, that's noted. Alex, mate, we'll watch from the booth, yeah? Hospital radio, let's stay dry, and don't go away.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. Yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, remember the old book I told you about? I went and dug it out of a box at my padre's place. I want to try and find something.
And you need a driver.
And I need a driver. Yeah, bien. Head for Las Barrancas. I'll explain on the way.
So, what are we looking for?
My favorite book is called El Camino de Sydney Wolverstone, about an explorer who traveled Mexico 200 years ago. In her book, she describes these Atlantis she found, giant statues, but there aren't supposed to be any of those near here.
So, we're looking for giant statues from an old book.
That aren't supposed to exist, yes. I've been piecing together clues from the book. Do you think you can get this car right into the river at the bottom of the Copper Canyon?
You really don't know me very well.
Pictures here. In the book, Lady Sydney's expedition makes camp here, but that's just a fun story.
Like a base camp?
Yeah, the book talks about... That is increíble. How has no one ever found this before? Hola, amiga. According to the book, there is a statue at El Arco de Cabo San Lucas. Wolverstone said she found it at sunset, but I thought we could try an experiment. I've worked out where the book says the statue should be. We can set out and reach the area around mid-morning and see what we can find. Or the other option is we get to El Arco just as the sun sets. If you believe the story, that's when we'll find the statue. Meet me here when you're ready to set out. We'll reach El Arco by mid-morning easily.
400 yards. Turn left. Turn left. 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
All right, let's get going. The sun's setting, but we have enough time to get there along the beach. I'm excited. Do you think we'll find it?
To be honest, I don't know. But I'm getting the sense that there's more to Mexico than meets the eye. Let's go.
Sydney Wolverstone was also a, ¿cómo se dice? What's the word? A botanista?
Botanist? I did not.
A botanist, a natural historian, and a pretty decent artista. You want to talk about las maravillas de México? Just read about her life. Several sites where Sydney Wolverstone found statues. She believed they weren't Aztec though, which is interesting because they look Toltec to me. But even that isn't really clear. We know so little about the Toltecs, about the whole pre-conquest era, in fact. There are so many undiscovered sites, so much forgotten history in Mexico, so many things we don't know about the people who've lived here for thousands of years. Sydney Wolverstone was also a, ¿cómo se dice este word? Botanista?
Botanist? I did not.
A botanist, a natural historian, and a pretty decent artista. You want to talk about las maravillas de Mexico? Just read about her life. Several sites where Sydney Wolverstone found statues. She believed they weren't Aztec though, which is interesting because they look Toltec to me, but even that isn't really clear. We know so little about the Toltecs, about the whole pre-conquest era, in fact. There are so many undiscovered sites, so much forgotten history in Mexico, so many things we don't know about the people who've lived here for thousands of years. Interesting. The design doesn't seem entirely Aztec, but it does remind me of Tlaloc, the rain god. This is amazing. I'll work out where the next one should be and give you a call.
Wow. So where does the trail lead from here?
South and inland. I'm sure of it. I'll be in touch. There it is! Right in the sun where the book said. Grab a picture of it.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Hey, amiga! I've been reading the diary over and over. I think Lady Sydney's expedition came inland, but... no sé, it's hard to find the evidence.
Stay right there. I'm on my way. Final piece of the puzzle. You want to do the honors, or shall I?
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Okay, we'll check out El Arco de Cabo San Lucas and see if it matches the book. Let's get there fast.
You read my mind.
beach. The book says, we found the statue by the Ark looking out across the Pacific in the warm light of the setting sun. I don't see it. Huh. Well, let's get some lunch and try back later in the day. Oh, I told you that was the best place to eat around here. Was I wrong? Aye. Okay, we need to get going. Can you get us to the beach before the sun sets?
You mean outrun the sun? Yeah, I think I can do that. Even with the extra helping of tres leches.
Right in the sun where the book said. Grab a picture of it.
Right, that is freaking me out. It's right there. How did we miss it?
The shadows were really deep just here earlier. Maybe we just didn't see it? But now I really want to see if we can find any more of these mysterious statues. Hola, amiga.
I've been reading the diary over and over. I think Lady Sydney's expedition came inland, but no sé, it's hard to find the evidence.
Stay right there. I'm on my way.
Yards. Turn left. Turn left.
Ok, mira, escucha. Listen to this. El pueblo de Mulegé, un oasis tranquilo. If she made it to Mulegé, the expedition must have traveled upriver.
So, we follow the river.
I still can't believe this. I used to take the book to mi escuela, and my teachers told me Lady Wolverstone's adventures were as fictional as Pedro Páramo or Sherlock Holmes.
So she never got any credit?
Never asked for any. She said she was writing stories for her grandchildren. And if they're true, her story deserves to be told. And you and I can prove it. Vamos, to Mulegé. Let's go. We can start in the center of town and move outwards. Lady Sydney writes that a local bruja, a wise woman, said the statues were only visible on certain days in the rain because they are statues of Tlaloc.
I still think it's the trees hiding it. But call me when you work out the next location, okay?
Hola, amiga. Haley called to ask about the promo shots, but when I told her about the diary, she said they could wait. Come pick me up. We need to go to Agua Azul.
Cool, I'll be right over.
400 yards. Turn left.
Now we're talking. I'll start pulling together ground crew, officials, and barriers. Lots and lots of barriers. Let me talk to Alejandra. See if she can find enough drivers willing to race the Colossus against you. Hey, Natasha. You are so close to the Hall of Fame. I wish I could just cheat you in. But I won't. Just to be clear.
Hey, mi amiga. That's it. Horizon Apex is finished. The build. I mean, racing is never finished.
Finally! The fans have been wanting this for ages. Adding it to your schedule.
¿Qué onda, amiga? Haley called me. Ready for the Colossus? I can't wait to see you conquer this thing.
Thought you'd never ask. Alex has been talking gauntlet ideas for weeks. I'll call him.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's about all I can think of for Horizon Wilds. You did it.
Couldn't agree more. I'll tell Alex the Titan is a go. So I think Jay just wants to show you his new car, although I have had a number of unknown callers asking about him. What's he done this time? One juggernaut coming right up. I'll tell Jay to make it a good one.
Just got word that you've approved construction on the Titan. Oh, this'll be fun. See you there.
Yes, you did it! Horizon Rush is complete! Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with several drift zones.
Ramiro was saying the same thing. I'll give him the go-ahead for the marathon. There it is. Horizon Mexico is complete. How'd you feel?
Couldn't have done it without you, Haley.
Well, obviously. But I couldn't have done it without you either, superstar. Nice work. All right, enough messing around. Let's get you into this Hall of Fame, shall we? Back on the road.
Let's do this.
Hola, amiga. Gracias a ti, Horizon Street Scene has never been bigger. Nice work, my friend. Amiga, here we have the go-ahead for the Goliath. Genial. I hope you're ready, my friend. The way you drive, you might see all of Mexico in one afternoon.
Right. Well, if the gauntlet's scouted and waiting, it's going to be a good one. Even I barely know where we're going.
Ready to head for Agua Azul? Eso bien. We might get a little wet.
I'll keep the windows closed.
Okay, a ver. Okay, let me translate this part. Whoop. Okay, a ver. Okay, let me translate this part. Cool waters of Agua Azul quenched our thirst and inspired our hearts. In the heart of the blue water is where we found them. Then,
Are we looking aiming for more than one statue, maybe. And in the heart of the blue water. What does that mean, I wonder?
So the question is, why was the diary of Lady Sydney Wolverstone published as fiction? She was really here. She really had aventuras all over Mexico.
Maybe she didn't want to be famous.
Or maybe she didn't think anybody would believe her. Muy bien. Keep heading west. Muy bien. We'll turn off the road near the waterfalls.
Oh, the pictures are good. And you know having pictures means no one can doubt us if we can find the statues again.
What does our favorite superstar have to say about their name up in lights?
I'm speechless.
Actually, it's funny. You talk more than any other Horizon driver I've ever met. But you know what? I'll just say you're not finished yet. The festival playlist is full of exclusive rewards and drivers would give anything to line up against a legend like you. I think you did it. Better get down here. You've made the Hall of Fame. Oy, oy, oy. This is big.
I have our next lead. Meet me as soon as you can.
yards. Turn left. Turn left. Yards. Turn left. Turn left.
I found more of Lady Sydney's papers, original drafts of El Camino. She made pencil sketches of formations that I recognize in the Valle de las Ranas, and she sketched one of the statues.
Lead the way.
Okay, so, they're fantastic creatures carved in rock, and she found the statue early one morning, and get this, it was after a rainstorm.
And this is another statue of Tlaloc? That is interesting. Let's see if we can find it.
El Valle is east of Guanajuato. Mira, let's go. Valle de las Ranas means Valley of the Frogs, though I always thought the stones looked more like fantastical creatures. And Lady Sydney did too. She got sketches in her book. Na imagínatelo, imagine it. Explorers like Lady Sydney came all this way with nothing but ganas y un gran amor for the wilds of Mexico.
She sounds like someone I know.
Yo? I shoot cars for the festival. You do all the work. And my ride is a lot faster than her wagons, no?
Yeah, we have slightly more than 1 horsepower.
Bueno, I suppose reading El Diario is one of the reasons I became una fotógrafa. I wanted to capture the same belleza she did. Today, the Valle de las Ranas is one of the most visited natural wonders in Mexico. Lady Sydney definitely knew a marvel when she saw one.
But the guidebooks don't say anything about a statue here.
I have it! No, perdón, no hay tiempo para explicar. Just come and meet me.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. 100 yards. Turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Mira, I cross-referenced the final pages of the book with all the other papers I could find, and it's Ekbalam. It has to be. Lady Sydney Wolverstone's expedition headed south to Ekbalam. Ekbalam was only properly studied in the 90s, but we know very little about it, actually. In fact, researchers are divided on exactly how much of what we know about the Toltecs is historical and how much is Aztec legend.
So, why are we going to Ekbalam and not Tula?
Wolverstone's book doesn't call it Ekbalam, of course, but she describes a large group of buildings, perhaps 20 or more, and a large oval palace. And listen to this, 3 large statues of the sorts I have found in other places.
3? I'm pretty sure I only saw 2.
No, that's not all. She also wrote, the 3rd largest of them in the same stone I have come to recognize lay to the south of the complex, only barely visible in the driving rain.
Let's get there before the rain stops then. It's been fun. Though I do feel there should have been a treasure at the end of it.
Bueno, maybe.
The treasure was the friends we made along the way.
Aha, you said that, not me.
So, that's that.
There's one more thing. According to the book, Wolverstone took a jade statue from the site, but lost it in the flash flood. I'll try and work out where that was. I'll call you as soon as I know.
Now I'm intrigued. Call me.
Lights up the sky above. If you're with me now, show me a sign.
Oh, and check out my latest masterpiece. Accolade exclusive to the Hall of Fame. It challenges only you can take on. You're welcome.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Put you back into competitions straight away, but unlike some other halls of fame, ours is ranked. Not going to let those other names be listed above yours, are you?
yards. Turn left. 200 yards. Turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, turn sharp left. In 200 yards, turn sharp left. Recalculating route. In 100 yards, turn sharp left. Yards, turn right. Turn left. In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
24/7. You're listening to Hospital Records Radio.
You have arrived at your destination. arrived at your destination.